Check, check. 1, 2, 3, man. It's the Tuesday after. So here we are. There we go. Now I can hear it. Now I know we're on. There we go. Hey, everybody. Sorry about that. Sorry, all the craziness. It's that long weekend after effect. You're trying to get back into it and trying to get everything going. And so here we are with our live market update. Feel free to leave me a comment. I will try to answer all the questions that I get. I'll definitely try to go back and forth and make sure I'm not leaving y'all hanging. But hopefully everyone had a great weekend. Hope everyone was safe and enjoyed themselves. So jump right into it. Market, it's been steady, but still real low inventory. If you are even remotely watching the market, kind of glancing, you're going to know right out of the gate, there's just not a lot out there. So I've got a few clients that we were able to find them homes. Some I've been working with a month, some I've been working with over a year. And so just kind of understand that sometimes it's a long-term game, but you have to be ready to rock and roll. You have to be ready to go when that right house pops up, because they will disappear quickly. They'll be gone, and you're going to be left in the dust waiting more weeks, sometimes more months, until that next home comes up. So if you are interested in looking for a home, just let me know, and that way we can make sure we have all of our I's dotted, T's crossed, so that way we're ready to rock and roll when that house does pop up. Current interest rate mortgages for a 30-year loan, you're right at the 7.19% range. It has been in the 6.7% range the last couple weeks, and so it did jump a little bit, which is unfortunate. I know a lot of buyers who are thinking about trying to get pre-qualified for a loan have been waiting to see what the interest rate's going to do. I've been telling most of the ones that I've been working with, it's probably going to go up. I wouldn't hold my breath waiting for it to drop. Some people are still saying they want to see it go back down to 4%. Like, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a while before we see 4%. So that's where you kind of have to ask yourself, how long am I willing to wait to get the percentage interest rate that I want? So it's a long-term investment. Real estate, home ownership is a long-term investment. You can always refinance when the interest rates come back down, but waiting for the right interest rate, the right situation, the right home, you could just be waiting for a very, very long time. And I don't want you to have to wait that long, because again, that's where the equity building comes into play. The longer you wait, the farther that gets pushed back. So let's talk about the interest rates. Let's talk about your payment plans. We know the right people, the right mortgage lenders who will make it as affordable as possible, and we'll find you the home that you'll be happy with. Especially if it's your starter home, we'll get you off to the right start, the right step, I should say, and get you moving towards that ultimate goal. As always, if you know anyone that needs help selling their home or buying their next home, you got to let me know. Email, call, text, ben.kirkteam@gmail.com or 502-758-8138. Let's jump into some of these statistics right out of the gate. I was just checking the chat board real quick. So homes closed in May this past week, 79, which about average for our current period, which is a little sad, because usually, before this, we were in the 100 range per week. Homes closed. That's homes sold. Keys have been transferred. All the documents are signed. Georgetown had a little bit of a jump, 29. So Georgetown saw some increase in activity this past week. For sales has been real steady. They're usually in the mid 5 to 10 range. Same thing with Winchester. Had about 11 homes closed. Paris, you're lucky to have 5 closed in a week. So 1 is not unheard of. Paris, everyone keeps talking about the differences within the areas surrounding Lexington. Some people are looking for that really, really small town feel. We got to check you out in Paris. That is 100%. Now, the inventory is minimal compared to all the other surrounding areas. So just be aware of that. Nicholasville had 5 closings this past week. Richmond had 32, which was a little bit of a jump. They've been in the teens for the last couple of weeks, last couple of months. And then Frankfort, this is about average, 14 to 20. That's a good average for them. So homes that just got under contract. So homes that aren't necessarily sold, but have been accepted under contract. Someone put in an offer, the seller's accepted, and now they are off to the races, hopefully heading towards a clean closing. So 79, as you can see, we had 79 closings. Now we had 79 homes go under contract, which that's usually those numbers are pretty consistent with each other. Same thing with Georgetown. We had, come on, pop it up. Georgetown, 25. They had 29 closings. They had 25 homes go under contract. For sales was a little bit of a jump. They had 10 homes go under contract. Winchester, you had 7. Paris, you had 1 home go under contract. Nicholasville, about 15. Richmond, you had 24 homes get under contract this past week. Frankfurt, you had 8. Okay, so now let's talk about the numbers of the new homes. So Lexington just had 79 homes go under contract. Let's see how many homes hit the market this past week. 31. Ouch. So that kind of hopefully showcases the low inventory when people are talking about it. If you're talking to your friends or you're talking to some of your other realtor friends, they say it's a really low inventory. We just had 79 homes this past week go under contract and only 31 hit the market. Now, some of those 31 could be a part of that 79 group, but I mean, total active, we're at 197. I mean, again, leading up to 2023, we were in the 225 range easily. So again, just kind of showcasing the low inventory. Now, homes come up each week, but the good ones are gone that same week. So you got to understand that if you are considering jumping into this real estate market. Georgetown, you had 13 homes hit the market. You had 25 go under contract. So again, we're not replacing the amount of homes that are selling or going under contract. It's the market's not keeping up with that. So for sales, you had 4 homes hit the market, 10 went under contract. So we're being pretty consistent across the board of homes replacing. So Winchester actually was a little bit of a net positive. Winchester had 7 homes hit the market, 8 went under contract. So even if all 7 went under contract, or I should say 7 of the 8, you still got 1 more home on the market. So just, again, the replacement, that should be double. I mean, we should be having twice the amount of homes coming on the market as going under contract. So just, again, kind of giving you all an idea of where everything is. Paris, only 22 total in the area. That's about average right now. Nicholasville, you had actually 11 come on the market, which is great. 83 active. Richmond, usually in the 100 range. So, I mean, it's kind of sad to only see 8 come on this market. So just kind of be aware of that. Same thing with Frankfurt, 58 total homes, 8 hit the market. Let's see what the average closings. So the average days on market for the homes that have closed in Lexington, we had 79 homes closed. They are averaging a week on the market. So there you go. There's another kind of big signal that we're in a quick market. If you're not ready, you got to be ready to rock and roll. You got to make sure all of our ducks are in a row. Georgetown, 64 days was the average. I mean, they had 30 homes closed, and we're averaging 64 days on the market. So that's a unique number. For sales, is averaging about 41 days. That's about average. Winchester, not many homes are selling, but they're not lasting on the market either. So there you go. There's another kind of signifier. So this 1 home in Paris lasted a week and a half on the market before it was gone. So just, again, understand that it's a quick turnaround. Nicholasville, the homes are averaging 2 weeks on the market. Richmond, it's kind of got a little bit of a big number. You probably had some homes that were on the market for a very, very long time and finally got under contract, which is great. It's nice when those homes can finally sell. Usually the price has to come down. Frankfurt, 28 days, so just right at a month mark. A question I get all the time from clients on a home that's been on the market for 2 months. Ben, why isn't this house sold? It's too expensive. That's it. That's the only reason homes don't sell, is because it does not match the market. There are plenty of buyers who are willing to buy a home. They will be willing to buy your home. But that house has to be the right price, because think of it from the buyer's perspective. We have a very, very low inventory. That means they don't have as many options to choose from. They really, really want to make sure the money that they're spending is going towards a house that they want. Like that house needs to have as close to the qualities and characteristics that they're looking for. If they're going to put this money down with this interest rate, it's set over at 7%. I mean, this house better be fantastic, or the price needs to adjust for the lack of characteristics or the lack of quality. Because again, buyers are really hammering, making sure they're getting their money's worth, if that makes sense. They don't want to pull the trigger on a house that they're not completely happy with or completely satisfied with. So if you're thinking about selling your home, you've got to understand that's the mindset of many of these buyers as they hit the market and they come look at your home. If after a week and you don't have an offer on the table and you've had at least 10 different people come through that house is too expensive. It's that simple. Okay. You need to talk to your realtor. You need to talk to us about what's going on and what the qualities are that go into your home. We'll give you a fair market value of what we know your house is going to sell for. And that's just where it is. And if you're not in a rush to sell, fantastic. Maybe you can wait, but I don't know. It's just kind of the same thing with these buyers. You could be waiting for a while, if that makes sense. So just kind of understand that. That's what's going on right now. So average sold price for the closed homes, 381 last month. About this time frame is 411. So anything between 375 and 415, I think is going to be about an average sold price for Lexington, Kentucky. Georgetown, this fluctuates depending on what homes are sold. So don't hang your head if you see average sold price $360,000. You can only qualify for $200,000. Don't worry about that. This is just kind of what the average is based off of what's being sold. Same thing with for sales. We can find you a really, really nice property for $250,000, just like Winchester. We can get you a real nice house for $250,000. A $250,000 house is very different in Lexington than it is in Winchester, in Georgetown, and Richmond. I promise you that. Paris, 184,000. Nicholasville is right at just under 300K. Richmond's right at 300K. And then Frankfurt, 209, 135. Sold to list ratio, 100%. So this is going to be a common theme. So the sold to list ratio is what the listing price was. What did you sell it for? So Lexington, the average home sold 100% for what they listed it for. That's fantastic. 99%. Georgetown for sales, 100%. Winchester, 100%. Paris, 94. Nicholasville, 100%. Richmond, 100%. Frankfurt, 99%. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. As long as you know what to price your house at, you're going to sell it for the amount, if not more. Now, some of these percentages I was looking at, some were like 1.95, 101.94. So just understand, like, if you have a house that doesn't really need a lot of work done, good neighborhood, good school district, you price that house right, you're going to get multiple bids and you're going to sell it for more than what it's worth or what the market says it's worth, because you're going to be one of the diamond in the roughs that everyone's going to want. Now, when you price it too high, you may get one person and then they're going to probably come under that price. If there's only one offer on the table, odds are, I mean, you'll be lucky if you get it at the listing price. Now, if it's hits the market Monday at 10 a.m. and you get an offer at 11 a.m. for list price, and there you go. Your house is sold. As long as you got contingencies that you can work with, that's definitely worth it. So is it time to sell? If, like I just said, if you've got a diamond in the rough, you've got that house that doesn't need a lot of work, it's in that school district everyone wants, it's in a good neighborhood, you're going to sell that house. It's going to be gone. And you'll probably make some money off of it again, but that's a bit about what you price it at and what you decide to do. So we've got some listings coming up. We'll keep you posted on our channel as much as we can, especially if you're trying to look at more homes. So is it time to buy? It's always a good time to buy, ladies and gentlemen. It just depends on your situation, what you can afford. And, a lot of first time home buyers don't understand a lot of the ins and outs when it comes to down payments, all the different types of loans that can be offered. There are tons of first time home buyer loans out there that do not require a huge down payment, which is great. And I know the interest rate, like I said before, can be scary. The average since 1971 interest rate has been 7.71%. So even now, we are still under the average from the past 50 years. So just kind of remember that, ladies and gentlemen. The average is still closer to that 8% range. In the 80s, you were doing 14%. So I know we're still kind of trying, a lot of people are trying to come off that high of 2020, 2021, where the interest rate was 2.1%, 2.9%. I get it. I totally get it. But at the same time, home ownership is a long-term investment. Even if it's just, again, your starter home to get you to that next home, you got to do it now versus doing it later. So if it takes you 5 years from that initial home ownership to get you to that next one, each year you push that off of, that's an extra year. So it could be 6, 7, 8, 10 years to the home that you want to really get to, but you're going to wait just because you aren't a big fan of this current interest rate that you got right now. So if that worries you, if that's something that scares you, just let us know so we can talk to you and we can inform you your options, and we can come up with kind of a game plan. So that way you're getting the kind of home you want in the district that you want, and you will be happy. And then we'll set you on that game plan to get you to that next home that you really, really want to be in. So that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I know I try to keep these under the 20-minute mark. Be on the lookout. We got another video coming out here shortly about here in Winchester. We went and checked out this place called Cheesecake and Company. It's a really, really cool spot. I'm not a big cheesecake guy myself, but I did enjoy going with my wife and checking them out. And we actually grabbed 2 different cheesecakes from them we took them for our in-laws for Memorial Day yesterday, and they devoured both of them. So it is worth it. So definitely check that out. Ladies and gentlemen, leave me a comment, shoot me an email, shoot me a text if you have any questions about this market, if you are thinking about moving to the area, or if you need someone help or know someone that needs help, please let us know. Look forward to hearing from you all. You guys have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.